Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Not so much emphasis on the little. This is from Katsu, and in the past they have sent some pretty wild stuff. So, given the size of the box, this is either some sort of switch axe scythe thing, or it's a very large fixed blade. I'm not traditionally a fixed blade channel, but I do like to show things like that when they're interesting. So if that's what this is, I'm sure that it is very interesting. Thank you so much to Katsu for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex and on TikTok at _metal_complex. I will link this in the description. I do have links for Katsu. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Okay, I'm almost certain now, given how this box looks. Usually the things that I unfold are in pouches. So this is probably, yeah, it's a big, some sort of huge, oh my gosh, whoa, whoa, okay, all right, whoa. Whoa, okay. Hold on now. Let's get this thing out of here. Yeah, wow. So these, this is gonna not be a super expensive blade, and I'll tell you how I know that. It's because the steel is AUS 8, which, well, let's say, I hope it's not an expensive knife. It is very well made. AUS 8 is, I believe, the Chinese equivalent of, or I'm sorry, the Chinese equivalent would be 8CR13 MOV, which I think is pretty similar to 440B, if I'm not mistaken, which is fine for a budget fixed blade that you're going to pound on. You definitely, I mean, if you're gonna, this is actually super comfortable, and it's got a really thick tang, probably a 1/4 inch. That's what it looks like. These are most likely polished G10. We have a big, almost like a, oh, I don't know. I got to be careful, you know, saying things are in the style of something when I'm not nearly as educated when it comes to fixed blades. Look at this grind. This is all flat here, and then just a little bit of bevel down to the final cutting apex. Wild. Definitely a strong blade shape, and I would venture to guess, I'm not an outdoorsman, I'm not a bush lord or what, I'm not, you know, I'm going to guess this is a choppy boy. Super comfortable, and there's a nice little choke-up spot for, I guess, doing stuff like that. If this is, in fact, a very inexpensive knife, then I think it would be really cool. I don't want to, I don't want to discover that this thing is, you know, well over $100, right? I mean, it's really nice. It's made well. You have the Torx heads, right? And I mean, there are no fit and finish issues that I can see, right? But basic steel, basic materials, nice execution, right? Almost certainly made in China, which again is fine. This should probably fall right around the $50, $60 mark. That's what I would hope. I'm really hoping that we don't see it, you know, super duper high. Katsu has some things, like some folding knives that have fallen in, you know, like a pretty reasonable price zone. Funny enough, I think it's actually some of their ultra premium stuff that seems to be the best priced versus other things that are, you know, in the same tier. So I'm not saying knife as a whole tier, right? I'm saying other companies who are using zirconium Damascus and DLC coated ZDP 189 that is clad. Yeah, that's pretty, and I think they have like zirconium on one side or titanium or this or that. That's really expensive stuff, right? So other companies working with materials like that tend, I mean, when they're Chinese companies, they tend to be $600-700, right? And Katsu's got a couple of things in the $400 zone, which I think is pretty good. But when we're talking about something like this, which is a much lower tier of item when it comes to the materials, right? There's a lot of it. This is a huge chunk of AUS 8, but it's still AUS 8, and everybody knows that AUS 8 is not a premium steel. It's not an expensive steel. It's not a rare steel. It's just a good beater steel, I think, probably better suited for something like this, right? So I think if that ends up being the case, it'll be fine. Do we have little pins that have been shaved down there? Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at here. Really nice though. Transition from the G10 to the steel is essentially seamless. Look at that. Really, really nice. I mean, these have been really well polished down. This is a little bit of a sharp edge right there, but not that big of a deal. I can't emphasize enough exactly how comfortable this is. This, having this micarta G10, I'm almost certain it is G10, but having this like super, super smooth without there being, I don't know, it's a little bit of lock-in. I think the amount of material here and just the general shape and feel of the handle, you're going to be pretty locked in, but it is still very smooth, right? So if you are doing this kind of movement, you really need to make sure that you're hanging on to it. Let's put it into the sheath, which looks very sheathy to me. Again, not much of a... Was there no lock-in for this? What have I done wrong? Well, that's weird. I wonder why it seems like it doesn't want to clip in there super hard. It feels like this should be... Is it not? Did I not push it in all the way? There we go. That's why. That would have been awful. I was like, it's just going to fall out, right? You just really have to push it in there. Wow. Still not wanting to go. I think there must just be a really, really specific spot. There we go. Yeah, a little tough to get in there. This is not a review. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. Obviously, by the time I finish this video, I will have gone and looked at the price and everything like that. I'll have this. It'll be linked in the description. So I will know, and anybody who goes, for some reason that doesn't stop people from trying to inform me 2 weeks later what the price is. The implication here is that I already know. What I'm saying is in the moment that I'm recording this, I don't know, but based on, the thousands of knives that I've handled in various tiers, handmade, production, right? Chinese, Japanese, from Germany, from the USA, from Poland, from Russia. I mean, literally all over the place, as many different tiers as you could possibly imagine. South Africa, right? Got a pretty good idea of what to expect when it comes to pricing because there's just so many examples of competition out there. So I'm hoping that this ends up being a really nice budget option because I think people would really enjoy this at a certain price point, but not at the, over $100 mark. Let's go ahead and measure it here real quick just so I can give you guys kind of an idea of size because it is definitely on the larger side. So size of this knife, and it's going to be about 12¼ inches or 12½ inches if you go down to the lanyard loop there. Blade length is 7 inches. Cutting edge is 6 inches thanks to a very large and very comfortable forward choil. No jimping back here or anything like that. Pretty cool though, honestly. Why does it have a lanyard hole and a lanyard loop? I guess one would be, if you're going to chop, you're going to run like one of those, I guess it could be paracord that way it's not going to fly out of your hand. Is that what you'd use this for? I don't know. Maybe it's just preference on where you want to attach it. No idea. Cool stuff. It will get a review probably way down the road, unless it ends up being a wildly expensive product, in which case I probably will just let it. I have no idea, right? Sometimes, I don't know. Either way, if it does have a wildly expensive price tag, I should go ahead and review it and just let you guys know what I think anyway. But thank you so much to Katsu for sending this in. That's going to be it for today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.